In many online classrooms, teachers need to work even harder at establishing an online personality as part of their everyday instruction. You need to balance your time. Since online courses tend to move much more quickly than traditional classrooms, teachers need to integrate their instruction while relating to students on a class and individual level. You need to shadow an online teaching mentor if possible. See if you can shadow an experienced online teacher for a period of time. Some online universities subscribe to this process of mentoring new online instructors. You could create an approachable student-teacher relationship. Many students can be intimidated by online learning. What I mean by this, the teacher needs to figure out what is the best way to present this information in a clear, concise way so she or he comes across as approachable online. Students greatly appreciate it when you root for their success. You can do this in a variety of ways, such as posting welcome announcements with encouraging words such as "I'm rooting for your success." You can also send students a welcome email a few days before the class starts. It is also recommended to call students and make sure that they are ready with all the necessary books and equipment before the course starts. You can also reassure your students in informing them that you will return all emails and questions within 24 hours. Always use the student's first name, as many contacts as possible. If you use their first name, it creates a more personal relationship. I also find that using humor to get your point across is very important. Online learning can be somewhat limited due to the lack of face-to-face intervention. It is important to work the impersonal element as much as possible. Using gentle humor can be a good thing, as most often students who choose to study online are often stressed by their own lives as well as keeping up with the course load. Technical problems also creep in as well. When you're speaking with your students, always be encouraging in your tone. Use a conversational tone. It is possible to be encouraging even in the most difficult situations. Avoid using complicated language that is not clear and straightforward. Also use it as much as possible, encouraging statements like "you did that very well" or "I see some really good improvements in this piece," which motivates students to do a good job. Online teaching and learning can be an enjoyable experience so long as a teacher is willing to adapt his or her teaching to suit the needs of a virtual classroom. Make your teaching sparkle. Teach for success. This is one of the many ways you can make a difference in your online classroom. Another tip for being an online successful online learner is log in. Make sure that your students log into their courses at least twice weekly, if not more. You always need to assume that the first time you log in to a given week, it will be to make initial comments and see what others may have posted. You can also do additional login time, which always allows you to reflect and respond. Make sure that you are up to date on your postings with your students. You need to take responsibility for your own learning and plan to be a self-directed learner. Don't expect the instructor to provide you with all the information and direction you need in a course. You need to stay on top of your students' reading assignments and always try to be good at research and analysis. Assume that your students are taking the initiative on your part. It will be positively received from the instructor. Encourage your students, if they feel lost or confused, to ask. If you happen to get angry or upset with your students, make sure that you voice this nicely. I think that's about it. Let me see if I recorded this right. Hold on.